Hey guys, Coach Seth here. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm bringing you something a little bit different today. We've had a lot of these workouts that have included dumbbell movements. Today, what we're gonna do is all body weight. Okay, so no matter what kind of equipment you have, now I do have a dumbbell movement, but you can sub that out for a water bottle. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and warm up. For this warm up, you're gonna set your clock for 5 minutes. This is gonna be an AMRAP style. So we're just gonna move through these movements, get through as many rounds as we can. Again, at a warm up pace, you don't have to worry about going super quick, okay? The first movement you're gonna have in this AMRAP are lunges. We're gonna do these reverse lunge style this time, okay? So from here, you're gonna take one step back, knee to the floor, switch legs, knee to the floor, switch legs, knee to the floor. If you need some assistance, again, we're going for full range of motion. So if you need some assistance, grab a chair, step back, use that chair to assist you in going up. We always want to try to get through full range of motion with our joints, okay? The next thing we're gonna do is knee push-ups. Now I know some of you out there like knee push-ups. I've been doing push-ups on my toes for years. That's fine. This is a warm-up, okay? Everyone's gonna be doing knee push-ups. If knee push-ups are difficult for you, you're gonna elevate your hands, okay? So let's talk about the knee push-up just a little bit. Knees to the ground. You're gonna push your pelvis forward, engage your core muscles. From here, chest to the deck, thighs are touching the ground, all the way up. We're looking at full range of motion, okay? If that's difficult for you, just raise your hands up, okay? Get yourself on a wall, get yourself on the desk. Something that's manageable. We're doing 7 reps at a time of each of these movements, okay? The next one's gonna be air squats. So for the air squat, your heels are gonna be under your shoulders, toes slightly pointed out. As we descend, we're gonna press our hips back and then down, pressing our knees out. Below parallel is the goal. Keeping your chest up as much as you can. Keep your feet flat on the floor, okay? Don't get up on your toes, okay? If you go on your heels, obviously you're gonna fall backwards. We wanna try to avoid that, okay? The next thing we're gonna do are 7 lateral hops, okay? Now, if you have a dumbbell or a water bottle, grab that, okay? We're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? If you're not comfortable jumping over something, that's fine. Or if you have any type of knee issue where you should not be jumping laterally, jumping straight up is okay too, all right? We're just gonna go 7 reps. That's your warm up for today. 7 reps of each. You can find all those movements in the description as well. Okay, so for our core strength work, we're gonna be working on this core a little bit. This is where you're gonna be needing either a light dumbbell or a water bottle, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna set our clocks for 9 minutes. This one is gonna be an EMOM style, okay? So every minute, on the minute, we're gonna be switching movements. We're gonna be doing these movements for 40 seconds at a time. That's gonna leave you 20 seconds of rest, okay, before you move on to the next movement. The first movement we have is flutter kicks. Let's talk about those. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna lay on the floor, okay, fully stretched out. I'm gonna lift my shoulder blades off of the floor. I'm gonna lift my feet off the floor, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pushing my belly button into the ground, okay? There should be an arch, shouldn't be able to put your hand underneath your lower back. You're pushing your lower back into the floor, okay? If that's too difficult, no problem. Just put your shoulders back on the floor. Still engage those abs, bring your feet up, okay? So the farther up you are, the more difficult it's gonna be. Lower yourself down a little bit. You can also bend your knees a little bit. We still want to flutter, okay? The more your knees are bent, the less weight is going to be on that abdominal section, okay? That's your first 40 seconds. Your next 40 seconds is going to be called a plank dumbbell pass, okay? So you're only going to need 1 implement, whether that's a water bottle or a dumbbell, okay? I'll show you with the water bottle. we're gonna get into a plank position, okay? Now for the plank position, we want heels, hips, and shoulders all in a nice straight line, okay? We're engaging our core. Now from here, I'm gonna pass this water bottle back and forth between my hands, okay? Again, I'll show you what that looks like from the front. Water bottle is behind your hand. Nice plank position. Pass, pass, pass. This can also be done from the knees. Now, if you're from the knees, you still need to engage your core, okay? If you keep your hips up really high, that's not gonna be doing much for you, okay? Get your knees back, engage that core, and then we can pass it back and forth, okay? Perfectly fine option for those of you who are still doing your plank from your knees, okay? 40 seconds of that, followed by 40 seconds of mountain climbers, all right? Mountain climber again, it's gonna be in this plank position. From here, I'm bringing my knees forward, okay? Try to keep your hips from coming up off the ground too high. Again, we can scale it to an elevated position and still do these mountain climbers here, okay? The higher your hands are, the easier that's gonna be. Now, that's your 9-minute EMOM. Every minute on the minute, you're doing 40 seconds of work. Switching throughout those movements, make sure you give yourself 20 seconds of rest, okay? Let's talk about the Metcon, conditioning. This is where the intensity is gonna come in, okay? A little bit different today. What we're doing, 150 push-ups for time, okay? However, every time you break, you need to do 10 air squats, okay? So, let's talk about the push-ups. Obviously, if you can do push-ups from your toes and you can do 10 at a time fresh, that's what option you should be doing, okay? If you're somewhere in the, I can do 3 to 4 push-ups from my toes, totally fresh, you should not be doing this workout from your toes, okay? You're gonna be doing 10,000 air squats. That's not what we're looking for the stimulus, okay? What we wanna do for these push-ups, when I'm looking above you, I should see your elbows in an arrow position when you're down here, okay? Not a T, but an arrow. From here, that's helping me engage my lats, which is gonna then help me press out of the bottom, okay? So, what I wanna see is full range of motion. You know what that means? Chest to the floor, arms fully extended at the top, okay? There's 150. Your tendency is gonna want to lessen the range of motion to get it done faster. Don't do that, okay? When you're here, chest and thighs touch the ground, back up. Okay, from your knees, no problem. From your knees is gonna be a great option for a lot of you today. Chest hits the floor, press back up. Chest, press. Again, if you're somebody that even knee push-ups is difficult for you, raise your hands up, no problem. Find a wall, find something you can press yourself to that's gonna make it a little bit easier for you, okay? 10 air squats every single time that you get up off of your push-ups, okay? However, if 10 air squats, again, is super difficult for you, don't do 10 air squats. Cut it back to a number where you know that once you get off those push-ups, if you need to break on the push-ups, the air squats are not gonna be a problem. You're just gonna hop right up and get to it, okay? Full range of motion on the air squats too. I don't wanna see people that can squat like this be squatting like this, okay? Full range of motion, all 10. In fact, do them slow and controlled. That'll give your push-up muscles a chance to recover. So when you get back to your push-ups, you can go ahead and crank out some more. Now, the speed of your push-ups doesn't have to be super fast. Crank out as many as you can before you break. because you know you're gonna have to do those air squats. Have fun with this one, guys. It's gonna be awesome.